Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Dune Spice Wars, where we find ourselves in a little bit of a tricky position economically here. And I talked to both of the other players, and I think this is the best deal we're going to get as far as like a little cash infusion to keep things running. Unfortunately, at this same moment that we find ourselves basically like completely out of Solari, we also don't have any plascrete to sell. We also don't have any influence. We also don't have any spice stockpiled. So we're just like out of things. For our meager stock of intel, House Ekaz is willing to give us 480 Solari. Maybe? We're going to press this button and hope that when we unpause, they actually come through on that. And then we need to make some money, and like in a pretty short order here. So I think the way that's going to manifest is we're going to run through this dude, just kill him, force him off of our thing so that we can get the scrap, and then we're going to go pillage this this neutral area here. We're also we don't really like, this is part of the problem, of course. We aren't really making very much money at any of our villages, so it doesn't feel like what do you call it? Oppressing them is actually going to be all that helpful. But we have to do something. And if we oppress a village and it causes a rebellion to spawn and we put down the rebels, that'll be some money. So I think what we're going to do here is yeah, let's like oppress here. We have the manpower to do a little bit of oppressing. That's the only place that's producing any reasonable amount of Solari, and then like I guess from there, just like places where there is where we're gathering dust. Our dust exchange rate is really, really bad, and part of me wants to maybe like stop selling the dust on the market altogether, stockpile everything, not for the Imperial tax, but just to bulk sell to the other players. And maybe that's something. For right now, I'm going to keep doing it like this just because I don't necessarily trust that we will for sure be able to get a deal with the other players. All right, we're running as many oppressions as we can run. We've got a deal out. We're headed to do some pillaging. It's got to work. We got to make it work. Okay, they did go for the deal. That's good news. Research is continuing apace. Yes. An offer from House Ekaz for some of the money back. Sorry. Actually, definitely can't afford to do that. All right, you help them out.
Master, one step closer to target.
Make sure I'm not actually going to lose anybody here. Oh. That's a fucking sandworm.
Our lives belong to you. You will have it.
Okay. Pillage. Buy me some time. What is this? We have another person running out to grab that. Yeah. My bet is he is somehow not going to draw the attention of the sandworm. Y'all should probably wait here on the stone plateau until... I have an awful lot of ornithopters that are supposed to be on auto recon, just kind of hanging back and doing nothing. That's weird. Ooh, I should send a military unit to go get this. You. Fetch. It's a bit of a run, but it'll have to do. All right, we had to wait for the worm sign to fade before we can even think about doing anything about that. You know what? Fuck this dude. We got incoming, I guess? All right.
On the move.
Okay, we're maintaining. We're catching some recovery here.
Our lives belong to you.
Okay. So the third bribe is about to pass. We got to go take Arrakis, and I think we want to probably actually capture it because we are still, playing the mission here. And the rare elements factory will certainly be helpful. Okay, so for 10 days, the village is oppressed. So you gain 3 days of production and then effectively lose 2 days of production over a longer period. So each oppression is a net gain in resources. Well, we're going to turn some of them back on because we need to. Where was it? It's Cardalus. Cardalus needs to keep running. Yeah, and then like places that are producing spice mostly. Alright, this is not considered to be out of combat yet. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, a rebellion. So what is it exactly that spawns in a rebellion? It is a couple of 14 strength units. Okay, that's fixable. So we're gonna have group 1 fall back a little bit to friendly territory where you can heal up. Group 2, go do this. Okay, in fact, group 1 is probably going to have to put this guy down on the way to where they're going, but also they need to heal up.
Yes, nothing will remain.
How much longer? 7 more days of that. Okay.
Master?
Wow, he took that like instantly. Okay.
Master?
That's annoying, but fine, I guess. Speaking of taking things, you're going to be part of group 2. Which is to say, get over here and help me murder stuff.
Our lives belong to you.
Alright, so putting down the rebels will help a little bit. We managed to stockpile quite a bit of money. Hopefully we should be fine from here. And building this place out will certainly help.
You will have it.
We could probably have flown. I was loath to use the airfields because there is a cost to employing a shuttle. Okay, got a new agent. Ah, I claimed a brainwashed agent. Well, go fucking work at the Chome. We are desperate for money. In fact, do we have the third Chome slot open? This isn't even the right button. Here we go. We do not. Okay, requires Chome integration or 10k hegemony, which I'm working on, probably pretty close to actually. All right.
Yes,
Put that back down.
as you wish, Master.
I think I'm going to have y'all report up north here. Okay, so neither one of these things are super relevant to us. We are here for the processing plant. And also, some militia.
We'll run there.
So we got ourselves a quest. A Naib from a nearby siege has come to your palace. So if we liberate Hainit, we can reveal a siege and get a bunch of relation level. I don't think we can gain relation level right now, so this one is unavailable to us. But if we liberated Hainit, it would be great for us. I mean, that seems unlikely to occur. my group heal up. Arrakis, which is definitely the next place we're headed,
Yes.
is very well defended. Okay. So we can now stockpile for bribes. We're allowed to take bribes again. Let's get on it, shall we?
Master.
Or we're allowed to give bribes. Where is the... I don't actually see the worm. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, we're okay.
We'll run there. Our lives belong to you.
I think this is going to be a full army kind of maneuver. Get another agent. Well, we don't actually need more manpower. We could get positive on influence. We certainly don't need more more authority either. All right, we maintain quite a lot more negative income than I would like, but we're working on it. Okay, I don't like that everybody's still reading as being in worm danger.
Awaiting target.
It's very worrying. Okay, another rebellion. That's going to have to be... have to be dealt with. Okay, grab that for me. So we're about to lose our trade penalty, which is huge. We'll reevaluate our sort of our situation here. Do we have an airfield here? Yeah, but we're so low on money. You know what? You just back off and heal. None of this stuff is super relevant to us, actually. I don't think I care about any of it. This one, we'll vote in support of this one. Because land thread standing, it would be great to get above 200 again. So that they would be less mad at us. But that aside, development completion speed is decreased. Like, this doesn't really affect us one way or the other, because we're kind of done with a lot of our necessary military developments. Yeah, I don't know. Let me do this. It passed. Hey, we gained a little bit of standing. It's still bad, but it's going up. All right, so our chome spice selling price is dramatically up. That's great news. Let's build a wholesale market in this town because we have the availability. I should make sure that we are doing okay on water. Zelon doesn't have a dew collector. Probably should. And then somewhere around here... I want to say, I thought we had a region where water, where the water earned Solari. Yeah, okay, it is this one. So yeah, this village really, really needs a dew collector. Okay, that's fine. That'll help. You'll need to get back into a spot where you can do stuff. Let's get the refinery built. Yep, we're going to be a little tight on water for a minute. We're still suffering minus 121, which feels frustrating, given that, I mean, I guess we're stockpiling at the same time as our sell rate has gone up dramatically. But also, it doesn't feel like we should be having this much, well, I guess one of my harvesters isn't running, too. That's a problem. Yeah. Oh, also, we have harvesters that don't have the maximum crew on them. It's weird that only one harvester is being displayed here, given that we should have a bunch. All right. So how much would it cost? It would, yeah, it would be expensive to to airlift my troops.
Our lives belong to you.
Killing the rebels will give us a little bit of money, and then getting the villages back online obviously will be really important.
On the move.
Okay, finished our development research. We should probably be worrying about, you know, this kind of stuff. Be worrying about things that gain us dollars. Fuel cell factories produce Solarian water. We do have one. If we go down this way, the harvesters will get better, but it's going to take forever for us to actually research that. I think we're going to head to geothermal condensers next. Yeah.
What do you need? Yes?
All right, that dew collector will actually be slightly Solari positive, which is good. Okay. And now we gotta start making some money off of these areas down here. So, what do we want to take over? I have 9 villages. Okay, we have enough here to backfill and just win. So I think that's what we have to do. We had to start taking stuff right now. And I believe we should have the authority to just make that happen.
Yes?
Get me an ornithopter on this thing immediately.
Our lives belong to you.
All right, what is this? House Carino would like to trade me a boatload of intel. I don't want that. Okay, here we go. All right, so those are converting. Both of those groups are no longer in immediate danger. These guys are showing up as hostile units that are near my territory, but hopefully they're not actually here with any hostile intent. That would be nice.
Target acquired.
That village should be a pretty easy claim. 50% of plascrete production is Solari. That's kind of cool. But I think I'm just going to build like a wholesale market. We did hit 10k hegemony. So that's cool. There is a sandworm. We're already on it. We can switch this to safe mode now. What would it cost us to run one of these? Okay, so with the tech, it's not even Solari negative. On that side, we do need this group to stop and heal before they get any more violence done.
Yes? Our lives belong to you.
Alright, we gotta really try to minimize the amount of damage we're taking here. Just because we may be in a situation where every second counts, you know? Okay, they're healed enough. Eshtar is super defended. But I guess it won't matter. We're gonna be able to take it with our full force, so. And that'll be Village 13.
Ready for
Oh, we are resource deficit, aren't we? Shoot. If I pull this all the way down. Okay. We're just going to have to do that for a little while. And in fact, everybody except you, just go now. I don't think the next bribe is even going to happen, so it doesn't matter that we're a little short. Okay. Let's make sure that we are not permitting their ranged units to pick targets. Yeah, that's fine. Flow the blood. Do what you got to do. Okay, the other players have very, very little time to stop us from winning the game, and I don't know. Pink might see this. I don't know that they know. Like, extending forward, blocking, and then filling in the backfield was the plan the whole time. Both so that people wouldn't know how many villages, like how close we were to winning, and also so that we wouldn't be fighting near where the other players' armies were for the last couple.
A most definitive victory. No one crushes their enemies like you do.
There was a minute in the middle there where that was real touch and go, but I appreciate what you're saying. So we were way behind on hegemony. I don't know how. Carino must have some stuff to help with this. They were at 11 villages, it looked like, and they must have been pretty close to making the final push. I think we probably got a little bit lucky. I maybe should have tried to be a little bit more aggressive and take some of their stuff, but the problem is we just had so little information about their military strength that, like, that could have gone real sideways, right? Who knows? So we've gained sovereignty over the area. We've gained some development assets. Pressure regresses. I mean, there wasn't any pressure to start with. And we get to take head start. I think it's got to be, right? Okay. So effects that hurt owned units' health also grant them 1 experience per health lost. Recruit a free assassin every day if none are present. Upon death, non-permanent units explode and deal high damage to enemies in a small area. I wish I knew a little bit better, like, what exactly this applies to. If this applies to the Cerberus units, then that's fucking bananas, right? Or the Chimera? Cerberus? I don't remember what they're called. I'm gonna take that. Okay, so we now have control over Minor Erg. Getting the secondary objective there did not affect our Fremen relationship at all, which is a shame. We'll have to figure out how that really works. So let's see here. Sometimes a big confrontation where everyone fends for themselves and the winner is uncertain until the end is the only way to go forward. A little bit of some English and grammar problems here. Okay, if it has to explicitly say that it will give you Fremen relationship. I see. So here, hegemony, economic, or domination victories are on the table. Siege activity is low. What are the bonuses? Influence and intel from rebel killing. More Solari from pillaging. Oh, that's kind of cool. Over here in the Cielago Depression, we can gain development assets and other stuff, and pressure regression, which is not terribly important right now. So I definitely would like to push forward on the Fremen stuff. I think let's see about this. Grossvallen. Right, I do need to pick counselors, yeah. We didn't actually make use of Peter, whatever. And I wonder if that is foolish. While at least one village is under oppression, influence production and agent recruitment speed up. I forgot about the sacrificing an agent to get Solari thing. We're gonna take him. I definitely should have done that. There was a point at which that would have been a really good idea. All right. Let's try to make friends with some Fremen. So we're gonna have to gift water to them at some point. That might just mean like find a siege and do the standard water trade, maybe. But who knows? We'll see. We did not have the option of doing so in the last area, so. And presumably, if it were the case that the Fremen just won't ally with the Harkonnen, they would have told us, right?
On this territory, Baron. It's as dusty and dry as the others. Do you intend to use it as a rear base? As a bridge to more appealing land? Or is it the resources described in the latest reports?
Okay, so send a water gift treaty and keep it going is how we do this. What does that do? 30 water. Okay, well, I'm gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Give me some ornithopter. Give me some troopers. Do I want to pull a Cerberus just to see if that explosive effect applies? Yeah, I guess let's learn early, right? Let's learn in a situation where it doesn't matter very much. So we're allowed to go hegemony, chome, or murder. I don't know. I guess we'll see how things look.
Master, incoming pain.
All right, you start the fighting.
Yes, yes.
You guys are so weird. I'm just gonna get us up to 4 real units.
Ready for violence.
I mean, there's no reason to lose them if we don't have. Never mind.
Our lives belong to you.
I just want to see if the explosion happens. We can't give them orders directly.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, looks like.
Watch.
Okay, that's cool.
As you wish, Master.
Let's claim that, and then you can finish grabbing this later.
Awaiting order.
Go do stuff. Go find things. Okay, so village controlled. It is really nice to start with some basics, especially work ethics right at the beginning of the game to get your manpower rolling. Seems very, very good. So, what is next? I mean, modular parts is certainly helpful. Arrakis Butchers is so much water. And bonus damage against militia, bonus manpower from killing militias. This will help us crew up properly.
To serve.
What is this region? The White Rift. Okay, an interesting place for hegemony. I should probably also be building this. You go back to unearthing that while we wait for the other warriors to build.
Our lives belong to you.
I think I probably want to take this next.
To the slaughter.
This is a region with some reasonable resource production. And also kind of a fair amount of wind. So we got to be looking at anything that's going to let us generate water, right? Wind is important. It's not the only thing, but it is important. Ooh. Get ourselves a little lance red standing right away. So we don't fall into the same economic pit that we fell into last time.
What do you
It's not attacking different yet. Get them both. Our units are taking a shocking amount of damage here. Really unacceptable amount of damage.
Yes.
All right, you know what? That's under this is under control. You go do that. We're actually remarkably low on supplies. All right, that's almost finished. Do we have the resources for this? We do. We're going to need more intel. We're already exploring kind of slowly, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and get an Arrakis agent running so that we can do a little exploration of goods. Like this would be a fine thing. That thing can go into safe mode, which is handy. Head down here to resupply. Let's get ourselves a, not this, one of these. And we're gonna have to set up a we're gonna have to set up a plascrete factory somewhere. If it is just the case that we can't find a special plascrete region, then, you know, so be it. But we're gonna need proper income soon. Let's heal up a little bit.
Blood will flow.
All right, we'll grab Arkbu. What is the? Yeah, we can afford that. We should probably see what this region's gonna produce. Or what this region's going to reveal first.
Yes, yes, master.
Maybe I just attack Arkbu with the intention of pillaging it.
Yes?
Ah, an abandoned Imperial station. Interesting.
Our lives belong to you.
Okay, so we finished Arrakis Butchers. It'll give us a little bit of extra manpower as we continue to expand. And more crew in the Harvester. I mean, like, outpost logistics definitely ends up mattering eventually. Yeah. So I might just take a pillage here to lower the cost of this eventually through Instill Fear and expand outward somewhere else. What would we get? We wouldn't even get any Plascrete. Well, that's inconvenient. Nah, you know what? Just take it. Take it and keep it, I guess. Alright. +2 intel production when the village has at least one building of each type. Not a lot of compelling reasons to build anything in particular here. But, you know, we are going to need a recruitment office somewhere. It's probably not worth spending that huge amount of money on. Oh, we are way past our stockpile point. What am I doing? Not paying attention is the unfortunate answer.
Awaiting order.
Yeah, auto recon. So this is all real. Ah, here we go. Dal Alula. Seems like that ought to be next. This is all actual map border, so they put us right up against a wall, which I don't love. And then once we've conquered this, we can fall back and grab that, try to find a siege, and maybe actually do some sea trading this this map.
Master,
Oh, you are really taking damage quickly.
we'll run there. As fast as we can.
You know what? This is your job now.
We'll run there.
Nope, didn't tell you to do that. Okay, 65 is kind of a long a long time from now, I think we will just take the pillage for the moment. What's this? Ooh. Worth having is what that is. You come home. Also, I forget. I need to, like, set up militia here so that we can actually pull reasonable amounts of resources out of the ground. This agent produces 20% more intel. Certainly would be a reason to put him on a faction if I particularly cared about the amount of intel we are producing. You know, probably for right now, well, yeah, let's take authority production, because the authority costs on this map seem to be much closer to normal games. Okay. Nunga actually will trade us water for spice. On this map, they're willing to do that. And eventually, Executioner's cost -1 command point is actually a really cool bonus. Oh shoot! Right. Somebody's got to stay put and make the pillage actually stick. What am I doing? It feels like it should be instant, you know?
What do you need?
All right, you get over here.
We live to serve.
Show me another siege. Your dad. This one is openly hostile, just like my real dad. It's okay. Don't get sad about that joke. He's dead. I outlived him, and I have ended his bloodline, so who's laughing now? All right, you need to heal up. This should be an easy enough win, right? Yeah, that guy only has 12 power. What are you doing? Just completely ignoring the combat? I mean, I guess you're allowed to do that. I'm not the boss of you. So, I mean, it's not a terrifying amount of Solari upkeep. Yeah, let's go ahead and build a dew collector. I think that's a thing worth having. We're pretty close. We're like a village and a paid spice tax away from being able to build in the capital.
Yes. Our lives belong to you.
All right, what's up at the first meeting here? Well, somebody can gain a whole bunch of standing. We cannot win via standing, but like getting into control of the water sellers union or something. Well, you know, it's probably not going to be a big thing because we're not going to have positive water. We're not going to have very much positive water. So maybe that doesn't matter so much. Economy development completion increased by 50% would seem good. Carino has used an edict to change this to just providing the bonus to a single faction. And my guess is they intend to give it to just themselves, maybe? We might be able to force this through. Also, I don't know that we'll have to force it through. Probably a lot of players will want this thing to happen. I'm just going to put our votes down here. I'm not going to spend any of our influence. Yep, not a single vote against. Okay. And House Ikaz wins the other ones. Wow, that is a lot of support from the minor houses. Okay. That is cool and good for us.
We live to serve.
So we are actually going to need the damn villages are they're building up quick.
Yes.
What are you doing? Get down here.
We can.
All right, let's focus on some economic developments. Probably modular parts. Well, maybe not modular parts. Maybe more like advanced engineering into some of this other stuff.
Our lives belong to you.
How many villages do we have in 2 wind regions? We will have this one. 2 is quite low. Oof. Got the desolation over there. Yeah, it looks like we only see 2 other. 2 wind regions. So it's not going to be hugely beneficial. I guess it's a thing that can wait.
We live to serve.
All right, we're not allowed to attack that again yet. Bonus resource production from economy buildings and also just in general. I mean, that's interesting. We could try to get that crafts workshop stuff up early and push toward the hegemony victory. This research station thing is really cool too. I think I kind of want to take this one next.
On the move.
Wait, we're gonna need help. Give me one more trooper before we can do that. And then we're also we need so much manpower. I remember this part of the mission, this part of the last map. I don't think we're in for that. What do you like? Water production as Solari. So will this be affected by geothermal condensers? I guess, yeah, the factory is producing the water, so that's production for the village. So that's pretty cool. We can also build a dew collector here. It'll only be very slightly Solari negative, and we're going to need a lot of water. Yeah, okay. I think that's pretty reasonable. Our scouts are actually scouting at what feels like an acceptable pace to me at this point. Although I might like to know what is over here, please. Okay, paid our first spice bribe, and there is the ability to build in the capital. So we got 2 3s, 2 2s, and a 1. Obviously, the recycling vats are very good. I probably want to go pretty hard on military stuff early on. +2 power or +1 armor. Probably +2 power, right? So let's pursue bonus manpower production first, and then other bonuses. We will get powerful, and we will win. We will get militarily powerful, and then we will get all of our other resources basically from that. Feels like the Harkonnen way, doesn't it?
Yes, we live to serve. Master?
We do have access to the armory, so I could throw some of that good red fluid on our... Yeah. Plus 30% power is pretty good.
Blood will flow.
Have ourselves at an excess of income for the moment.
Yes, Master? What do you need? As fast as we can.
Okay, so we haven't built the fuel cell factory yet, but we will. Let's get those geothermal condensers going, and in fact, we can probably just start working on that now. All right. That extra manpower is actually super helpful. Where do we want to apply... Well, you know, actually, maybe right here. Maybe right here is where we apply the militia. So this will be attackable again in 9 days. All right. We'll get there eventually. 20% more intel from you as well. I guess you're going to go to the Spacing Guild because we can't put you on Arrakis information. Hopefully this will be enough military units to take the next couple of villages, because I really do want to just like plow all of our manpower into militia. All right, so it's 20 Solari for the research hub, so it definitely feels like we should just hit that right away. Also, more knowledge is more good, obviously. Just walk forward here so that you're a little bit more visible. And as soon as you're ready to go, we go. I might be overdoing it on the defenses for the regions. That's possible. You know, we should probably do that. What's it going to take to conquer this? 100? So we have a minute. Yeah, somebody go get all the plascrete out of that, please. We are going to need it. So that's just a bunch of spice.
What do you need?
But I mean, you know, a bunch of spice is useful. It's worth having. We can cut down the amount that we're putting into the stockpile. So this is going to be 93 out here. Why is it lower? Is it just because... Oh yeah, there's a special region surcharge. Fair enough. Okay, you finished your thing. What do we want next? We are encouraged to build economy buildings here. The dew collector is not super great, but I guess it's not nothing. I mean, we do need plascrete production. You know what? Yeah, let me just do that. And then, like, maybe in Arkbu, I should build one of those upkeep reducers. Because it touches the whole empire right now. Yeah, that thing will be worthwhile. Spent all that plascrete just like immediately the very second we got it.
We live to serve.
Well, let's go tear some plascrete out of some other stuff as well. Oh, hey, it's the space cruiser crash. How are you doing on supplies?
Yes.
Pretty well, actually.
What do you...
Why don't you go grab that as well? And then, yeah, we're basically at a spot where we could go and... Well, authority-wise, we're at a spot where we could conquer Yeffer. I guess I'm not as confident about our military strength. A renowned traveling salesman is looking for new markets on Arrakis. Okay. Permanently gain plus 30 Solari production without even having to think about it? Sure. I'm always so slow to notice quests. I wish that they were a little bit more obvious when they spawned in.
Yes. On the move.
Okay, very excellent. I mean, we could spawn more units, I guess. I don't really want to. I don't want to pay for any more units. Okay, so we got our geothermal condensers. I mean, we have some bonuses toward modular parts. Yeah, I guess let's take that early. While we're still getting the bonuses and everything.
We live to serve.
Okay.
As fast as we can.
So... You know, the reduction from the instill fear effect, I was kind of hoping would offset the hostility. Apparently not. That's fine. We'll just wait for that to fall off. So the next most important thing probably is just this. We'll just rush forward and grab this, and then we can backfill.
Our lives belong to you.
And if we're gonna do that, we probably do need to build more military units. Let me get, like, a gunner. Yeah, just one to, you know, try to strip the armor off of enemies. Okay, it would be really cool if this was not me. Manpower recruitment costs down, obviously, is huge. I am definitely worried that if I go for foreign recruitment, they're going to drop controlled markets on me. The thing is, I don't know who other people would vote for, and we don't have a sense of anybody's economy. So I think I might aim this at House Carino. I'm going to go like 100. Yeah, and then we'll put the rest of this into, maybe we'll get in with somebody and force this onto someone who's not me. Okay, House Carino got them both, and it is a good thing I put those votes in, because it would have been me. Wow, they beat Ikaz by a single vote. That's fucked. That's a very small amount of spice for a very large amount of plascrete. I like it. Okay, so construction is possible in the capital again. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I want to go for the barracks. Again, let's just get terrifying, right? As reasonably quickly as we can. We don't need the money so much on this one. We'll probably just wait until this finishes and have our agent deal with the abandoned Fremen camp as well. And if we're willing to take it a little bit easy on the building, we can probably just start pumping out the next yellow building in the capital immediately after that red one's done. So we could go... Chome integration itself feels pretty soft, but the stuff beyond Chome integration is definitely good. Maybe we just go like economics, right? Or maybe crafts workshop. Successful pillage, resupplies. Pillaging a siege shows you another siege. The thing is, I don't think savage cleansing is actually very interesting. But if we were going to try to win a hegemony victory, we certainly would want to put symbols of authority up. Let's, yeah, let's go this way. We have a fair amount of money in our start here, I think. You're all so dramatic and also very creepy. Okay, so this is also a spice region. I didn't even realize. So we probably want to go forward and grab the one that's more likely to be contentious first. Kind of like set out an area and make it difficult for the other players to interact with that, and then we can grab that other spice field safely afterward. Go say howdy. Okay, not a big deal. Right, things are fucked because that happened like really close to the to bribe time. It's fine. Nobody stress about it. Oh, we have detected all of the sieges on this map. That's interesting. Well, we're not going to be able to interact with any of this other stuff because it's too far away from our territory.
Awaiting target.
Yes, sir.
An agent that produces 20% more intel. Would you believe? I mean, I'm just going to Spacing Guild again. And we are going to, for sure, put together a supply drop. Those things are incredibly useful. After we take this, we're actually going to be able to just roll over to that other spice field immediately, I think. It's got a much lower conquer cost being so close to the base. We definitely will have to pour like real defenses into this region immediately. Because I do not trust House Carino not to come through here and just like tear it apart. Alright, so first things first. Some fighters. I guess build the refinery first, but we're building a defensive structure immediately afterward. And we don't have another red building researched yet. We should definitely get on that. Like a command post or a fusion plant, honestly, I think they'd both be fine. For right now, though, let's start doing this. Maybe I should be building in the one building areas and trying to secure the development cost reduction stuff earlier. I don't know. Okay, we made the bribe. Just barely. Our harvester got back to work just in time.
We live to serve. Incoming pain.
Okay, great news. Stuff hits the chome threshold. We got our thing. I think we're going to start buying some shares. Wow, the Fremen. The Fremen are fucking all in already. Sorry, I should be buying in bulk. What am I doing? Timing is critical. It would be cool if we could get to at least that first bonus threshold, so we're getting the extra influence, and then we can decide after that if we want to push much further. Also, another thing that's nice about grabbing this is now we are adjacent to the space rack, so we'll be able to have our agents clean up the parts, ideally. Yeah, I don't like this. Don't like how far out you are comfortable ranging. Well, I guess what I actually mean is I don't like that suggests that that's not very far out for you. I could probably use one more scout, honestly. Just gonna put up a defensive structure here. Yeah, nothing I was gonna really be able to do about that.
Spice crew reporting.
Want to make sure we hit safe mode on this before I wander off and forget to hit the button. Okay, well that went up quite a lot. That's fine. We'll just sit here until we hit 115. Works okay for me. I don't really want to run out and grab that because of the supply situation. It's fine. We are not in a hurry. Yeah, that's probably worth grabbing.
Ready.
Okay. Yeah, these chome shares, it's gonna be a minute before we're able to make much progress on that. Our income is fine. It's not really strong enough for that thing. So let's see here. This is all actual map wall. There we go. We can expand that way a little bit. There we go. Harvester gathering rate per economy building in their village. And we definitely are going to want a chome branch, and we're working in the direction of that research, right? Oh, I should change my stockpile behavior. We're going to need the recycling vats eventually as well. It's not critical that we put that together right now. This would give us bonus plasticrete production, which might be more valuable in the short term. But I mean, we're gonna want both the harvester buildings eventually. May as well. Okay, so getting to the point where we have enough manpower that we can just do some spare militia training. Yufir is a little bit defended at least. It's good news. Let's definitely get... So that's chome integration. We'll be able to build the other building. Yeah, let's get the crew training program going. And here... Bonus intel if the unit has a building of each type. That's not very compelling. I can't build the refinery because refineries cost too damn much plasticrete. Well, go get me this plasticrete over here. Yeah, I guess you can run through this stuff pretty quickly. Is there anything else for our agent to do? No, there are not really any points of interest that we can see around here. So, it doesn't say that we have to keep this running for any particular period of time. Like, we could just do it right before the end of the game, right? Resources from pillaging villages and sieges is kind of whatever. This would be huge for us. I'm just going to go all the way in on that, on me. Okay. And we've been set to a truce with everybody, which actually I think is totally fine. Okay, well that means we can start building our refinery immediately. That's cool. Let's get some of this going. Get 300 more plasticrete. And I guess I want you guys to run back toward sort of like the middle-y parts of the map. How are y'all feeling? Still pretty sore. 47 days left on that effect. It is a little wild. So do we have any regions where... Actually, Sadbu would be a great place to build a spice silo. Uh-oh. Do I see the worm sign? I don't. Just everybody make sure you're over here near the rocks. I mean, this whole place kind of looks rocky. Yeah, I don't know. Worms are scary. Let's see what this is going to turn into. Yeah, definitely worth assigning an agent to. All right, so I think we've got a lot of things going our way now. Economically, we're going to be in really good shape really soon. This is the building that makes the crewing cheaper, right? Yeah. I kind of want to wait. I think it does actually matter. Oh wait, that's a scavenged ornithopter. Never mind. You're auto recon. We want a proper healable ornithopter to come over here and play close mode. Okay. So now we crew this up. And then we definitely just build the Chome branch. So 0.8 when the base rate is at least 2.2. Yeah, this would be fantastic. And that'll activate our economic lobbies, and I think we're in a really good spot here to take off. Our share prices right now, ugh, they are a nightmare, and the Fremen are being so aggressive with them. All right, well, that is discouraging for sure. That's them stealing spaceship parts from me. We're gonna have to do something about House Carino and their agents being like absolutely everywhere all the time. I don't know what that something is, but you know, something. All right, so I think Sadbu is next, just because it would be a really good place to build a spice silo. It is going to be a while before we are ready for that, though. I should probably just pillage something. I guess we can I just pillage this one again. Let's just go beat them up and take their lunch money again because they're being jerks. I mean, not they're being jerks. They're being very reasonably upset about the thing I did to them. It's just I don't care for that. So this is the price they're going to have to pay. Do I want to spend a bunch of money for... Yes, I do. Alright, never mind. That thing I told you to do, that's probably still going to happen, but this happens first. The Fremen would trade me a really irresponsibly large amount of money for some plascrete. They must be in a real shape here. Well, I think I'd be foolish to turn that down, even though we do need plascrete more than money. It's just the quantity there, I think, makes that very fun. And then with all this money, obviously we could go buy some Chome shares. Right now I have 3%. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold the money until the next share dump, and we'll push in with it then. Alright, I like being able to use an agent as an effective, like, source of knowledge. That's very handy. Just have them run around and take time off of your researches. Yeah, this region doesn't really do anything else special for us. Economy buildings have bonus resource production, which is cool. Spice silos here for you. And plus 10% resource production in this region in particular, which is, I don't know. We're not going to get very much out of that. Okay.
What's our next step?
Bribe time approaches, and we are absolutely ready for it. It's going to be just fine.
Blood will flow.
So I'm wondering if this tooltip doesn't say anything about a reduction in pillage value. So I'm curious if we do get full value for just working the same place over and over again. We certainly get some manpower bonus from it. That's nice.
What do you need?
Yeah, that is indeed full value. I clicked on it a little fast, but pillage complete.
To serve.
And if you just like keep working over the same place over and over again, where you don't necessarily intend to conquer anymore because of the raised costs, then it's just all value, right? I'm going to finish building out the yellow buildings. We're just going to pick up insurance banks on top of our economic lobbies, I think. Oh, I'm stockpiling way more than I need. Yeah, we're making good money now. This region still doesn't have militia. Okay, now that that's done, we probably won't have to think about that again for a while.
Our lives belong to you.
And so there is the question of what exactly do we want to do next, and I have no idea. I guess more water is like... Yeah, it's not a terrible place for it. Alright, let's let those prices fall a little bit while we dial this in. We got 4 days left on this. 5 days left on construction. So we will not be able to get the infrastructure control on the next portion of that, unfortunately. Let's see here, 2027. I feel like we can start buying in now. You can see it starting to tail already. Maybe I could have waited a little bit longer. I don't have the... Wow, yeah, I definitely could have waited a little longer. I have neither the patience nor the sort of the steel in my spine to just wait. Okay, so the next purchase might put us on 10%.
Master?
Get us awfully close, at least. All right, so Nunpo looks good, right? We could reach out in that direction. Maybe like out through Tuone, maybe to Obat, because this helps to cap off the spread of Carino. And in fact, it gets us closer to this region as well. Yeah, that's interesting. What would it cost to take this over? 164. We could show up to this thing that's going on now. Actually, is Carino getting repelled by the village? Are they somehow losing to the militia? We can step in and, you know, make sure. Accelerate that process a little bit. Okay, what have we here? Economy development speed gets wrecked. We're about done with that, so honestly, it would not be... this would not be terrible, I think. 2 force on the game now. Alright, yeah, that was basically all me. Yes, we finished our crew train. Oh, no, wait, I was gonna... Shoot. I thought we had this one down and we were working on that. Well... Whatever, I think we still want to do it.
We'll be there soon.
Guess we don't have to step in here. I'm wondering for sure. Okay, that's not a big deal. Right? Carryall's coming? Is it? Okay, there we go. Jeez. Making me real nervous over here. Alright. Put that down. Yeah, I am definitely considering running over here. Zessa does not currently have much in the way of a garrison. We might be able to disrupt their spice fields. We wouldn't be able to take it for ourselves, but we could, like, liberate it. We could be a pain in the ass. I do like being a pain in the ass. All right, I'll tell you what. I just realized how long this episode's gotten. It's very easy to just get drawn into this. Just get drawn into doing the things one by one until you win. But I think that is probably where I ought to call it for today. We managed to secure one mission, and I think we're decently started for this next one. When you come back next time, we will continue to spread the influence of House Harkonnen across the face of Dune, and also, you know, we'll probably try to stomp as many Carino guys as possible, because they have been a consistent thorn in our side. And we'll see you then.